Hello, this is what we are going to paint glass. So before we all painted solid things, in this class we will learn how to paint glass. So glass, you have to know glass is a transparent thing, right? So you can see through, you can see the background. So I'm going to teach you how to paint that. First you got the shape, then you can see I'm painting the background, but when I painting the background, I paint inside the glass because kind of transparent, you can see through, right? So I kind of paint the glass through too, right? And then paint the side of the value is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit lighter than the inside. So you can see in the first layer, I only did kind of value math, means the big dark and light spot, the big one, nothing detail. And even the shape, I don't really, very careful about the shape. Is kind of like going out, going in. So but those are you later to fix it, right? So in the beginning, they just underpaint, right? So you work on the underpaint to detail. So for this, that's the underpaint. I can get everything, the value, okay, the big mass value, right? Where's dark, where's light, you can see, right? So darkest, right? And then second, right here, and third, and maybe that fourth, and all that, get the big value mass correct, right? You can tell, but nothing in detail yet. Then on this step, I start to add more detail. You can see this. See the top. Pay attention to the top, right? And then there's just a one piece of flat, right? But after I add a little bit dark and light, that become another layer, right? So actually, they become kind of, you can see through like, oops, sorry. You can see through like this. See that, right? That's what it looks like if I show you the real picture. See, that's what that is, right? But in the beginning, before this step, this one doesn't have that, right? So that's what I want to show you, like the steps to take to do that, right? Then this one, you can tell I did some work on here too, right? That's more detail here, because before just make a triangle, then I smooth this out a little bit. And then, so after that, you can see I did more detail on there. So I smoothed that, and I put more, I fixed that. You can see the difference, right? And difference here. I just try to get a little bit detail on there, right? And you can see this thing is interesting. See, that's a cylinder, right? This is literally a cylinder. So that's the core shadow I put down there in the beginning. So now after that, I'm making more details on there. You can compare this thing, see? That's more detail, highlights. That's the highlights I don't have here, right? Then after that, I'm working on this little glass bottle, right? See, I'm from this, I'm making literally a cylinder shape. It's kind of a cylinder shape, right? And work on that, work more detail on that. Then from here, you can see this one. Can see the difference between here and here. I worked way more, so that's just a too big value mass, right? Then upon here, upon here, there is lots more going on here, right? Then I added the top, which is this. See, I add on top on there because it's transparent. So you just add some darken and light value that become transparent. And then I added highlight and make those part darker. Then ta-da, that looks okay. I think at one point I fixed the bottom too. See, that's just a simple, oval gray value there. Oh, then, I added more detail, and here is even more detail, right? And so on this one, you can tell there's a more detail on the bottle. You can see the small thing here, the reflection, the casting shadow has a reflection here, and here's a highlight. I made this part darker. All those details I added on later. Then this step, I'm really working on this base on the details because this has a little bit light thing going on here. So see that? So I made it. See, I added the highlight there. Then I added highlight on the bottom. See, on the bottom. And yeah, that's how I did it from the big mass, and layer it from always from the whole picture to detail, right? That's what we try to learn. Always try to learn. Hope you get it.